Hello there, you're listening to the Sort Yourself Out podcast. This week, we're discussing a really easy way to set the tone for a wonderful year ahead.
I'm your host, Janine Hunt, natural health therapist for over 30 years, hypnotherapist, lifelong student, and spiritual seeker. I like to seek out the most effective practices and techniques that provide the greatest bang for my buck and the fastest route to freedom from whatever is holding us back. I can't wait to share with you these powerful techniques so that you too can sort yourself out, know deeper meaning in your life, and best of all, a sense of inner peace. So let's get started.
Well, hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. This episode is airing in the first week of January, so Happy New Year. I hope you're feeling good after the end of year festivities and are raring to go into 2021. I can't believe it's 2021. I remember being a 20-year-old who thought the year 2000 seemed like an age away. And here we are, 21 years later. My 20-year-old self never thought she'd reach this time. But alas, here we are. And after the whopper of a year we've had in 2020, I want to share with you a technique I'm using this year to set the tone for my year ahead so that I can fill it with purpose and intention and positivity. So here's what I'm going to do, and I'd love for you to join me if you like. I am choosing a single word that is going to be my focus for the year. So my word of the year is appreciation. I want to saturate myself in appreciation, to feel gratitude and thankfulness for all of the wonderful things I have in my life. I want to appreciate the people and things and opportunities and blessings and anything else I can think of. Now, this theme of appreciation really took hold in my life last year, that I've dubbed the year from hell, as a necessity to rescue myself from all the negativity and uncertainty that was dragging me down. Now, we all had that to some extent, I know. It's been a hell of a year, right? Such a mess in so many ways. And I could feel myself really sinking and just getting submerged in the mess of it all. And I had to find a way to lift myself up and get back to my regular, cheerful, and positive self. And that is when I went back to basics. And for me, appreciation was a big part of that. I decided to counter all the negativity we were being bombarded with so intensely day after day with a practice of appreciating everything I could think of, big and small, throughout the day. And this shift of focus had a massive impact on my life and on my mindset. As well as adding in the positive focus, I also made an effort to release the negative focus. And for me, at this time, it meant stopping watching the news, which was, and still is for that matter, an obsession fest of doom and despair-inducing fear-mongering. So I stopped letting all that negativity into my consciousness, and I nourished it instead with beauty and appreciation. This was also important for me in another big way. If you've listened to this podcast before, you've probably heard me say that energy follows thought. While I was in that state of focusing on all that negativity, I was going against one of the core principles governing human existence that I've been trying for many years to embrace and live by. So this put me in a double whammy of non-alignment. I was letting in all the negativity, as well as creating a big conflict within myself about the core principles of life that I've been studying and trying to abide by for years. So for years, I've been intent on using my thought power constructively to try to be a part of the solution to the world's problems and to contribute to a higher vision for humanity. And then here I'd sunk into reactivity and contributing my negativity to the world negativity. Yuck, it felt awful. It felt like I'd switched sides. So eventually, the sense of discouragement got heavy enough that I shook myself out of my stupor and got back to the principles that have added such meaning to my life. And that involved going back to the basics, doing energy work to clear myself, getting more serious about mindfulness and where I was placing my attention, and consciously choosing to focus on beauty and joy and gratitude. And it was transformative work that not only had a huge impact on lifting my spirits, but it took me back to some of the books I read and practices I used many, many years ago when I was just stepping onto the spiritual path and sorting myself out after I had quit drinking. So it's been really lovely to revisit those old sources and experience them on a higher turn of the spiral from where I was initially. And that is the hallmark of great spiritual teachings. You get more out of them with each reread and each re-encounter. They continue to speak and bring meaning to your higher level of consciousness. So, with all of that in mind, this year I'm carrying on with that theme that got me out of my sticky situation: appreciation. I like that word, appreciation, as it really strips things back to the essential, and I love that. Appreciation is the foundation of gratitude and thankfulness. The energy of appreciation not only lifts your mood, but as I mentioned earlier, energy follows thought. So when you focus on appreciating everything in life, you attract more to appreciate into your life. You get what you focus on, whether you want it or not, right? Might as well focus on something good. When I was focusing on the glaring misery of the world, I was miserable. But I turned it around in the space of a day. Yes, a little wee day. Now, all that crap still existed out there in the world. I knew that. But did my focusing on it and actively adding to it via my own negativity improve anything? No, it didn't. And it sure as hell was not helping me. But in a short time, my shift of focus away from it and onto positive, life-enhancing stuff had me feeling like I was walking on sunshine. It seems so obvious and simple when you look at it like that. Shift the attention away from negative and onto the positive, life-enhancing stuff. The clue is in the word life-enhancing. The focus on negativity is life-sucking. It drags you down and makes you feel miserable. And yet so many of us live there day after day, year after year, complaining about everything and compounding the crap into massive shit heaps that's ever harder to get out from under. But as I've said many times before, we have a choice. Sure, we might be neck deep in the shit for a while, but sometimes that's what it takes to give us the impetus to dig ourselves out. So you might as well take charge of what you focus on and go for gold. For me, this year, that's appreciation. Now for you, it might be something entirely different. Perhaps there's something going on in your life that would benefit from a focus of, say, simplicity or ease or joy or humility or integrity or creativity or harmlessness or kindness or playfulness or generosity or clarity. There are loads of qualities you could focus on and cultivate this year. Choose something that will uplift your particular life experience and focus on living your life by it and acting on it every single day. Think of it when you wake up in the morning. Run every decision you make and action you take through the filter of that quality. Endeavor to embody that quality as much as possible. Act as if you already have that quality, and weirdly, you will. Acting as if is a major universal principle in the manifestation process. You can also write your chosen quality on sticky notes and place them around the house to remind you of your intention. Aim to really bring it to the forefront of your attention, not just on a daily basis, but on a moment-to-moment basis. And if you revert to your old or contrary way of thinking, don't beat yourself up about it. Just be kind to yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for having caught yourself there, and then refocus. It's really as simple as that. Think about your chosen word when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night. As well as sticky note reminders, you could create a trigger to bring it to your attention throughout the day. Use some repetitive event like going through a doorway or washing your hands. Think about it before you speak so that all of your talk will be tinged with that quality. Oh, nice. I like that one. So my word is appreciation. What would be a good word for you? So give it a try. It's really a great way to make positive change in your life and to cultivate the qualities that lead to greater well-being and plain old evolution. Nice. Now, I also have a free audio download to offer you this week that will also help you to set a magnificent tone for the year ahead. It's the Life Conspires to Make Me Successful affirmations. This is based on the principle that all consciousness inherently seeks to fulfill its highest potential. And these affirmations program into your mind what each cell and atom and chromosome of your body already knows, that it is uniquely suited to its environment and that it will develop and mature and fulfill itself. So if your cells know it, why not the whole you? So this audio download includes affirmations for health, prosperity, and success, and instills the belief that things are stacked in your favor and that you are attracting inspiration, opportunities, and miracles into your life. So you don't need to struggle and force your way through, relying on your individual resources alone when you open yourself to the support of life itself. Haha, that's nice. So if you'd like to grab this audio download, The Life Conspires to Make Me Successful affirmations, you can get it at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO58. Those are the numbers 58. And I'll put a link in the show notes. Now, if you are interested in taking your well-being to the next level and being better than happy, why don't you sign up to the waitlist for my upcoming Better Than Happy membership? I've been talking about it for ages, but I am getting there, and soon we will be launching this. So the Better Than Happy Zone is a monthly membership where I'll be teaching my most powerful top-down techniques to sort yourself out, to free yourself of your hang-ups and blockages, to take charge of your mind, and to nourish your soul. So if you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I'm all about giving you the tools that you need to transform your life. And in the Better Than Happy membership, there will be mini courses and hypnosis sessions and guided meditations and EFT tapping videos, neurolinguistic programming techniques, mindfulness training, the ageless wisdom teaching, and lots more. So that wherever you are on your path to greater well-being, you can start right there and then take the next step when you're ready. You'll have the tools, practices, and techniques you need to not just heal your life, but to make it more meaningful, fulfilling, peaceful, and beautiful. So if you're ready to transform your well-being and be better than happy and would like to be kept informed, go on over to theinspirationcloud.com/membership to get on the wait list, and I will keep you in the loop. And this is something you also want to do, because those people on my wait list are going to be offered a special early bird offer where they will be offered the membership at the lowest price it's ever going to be, and they will also get early access. So that's theinspirationcloud.com/SYO membership. Okay, my friend, that is all for today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. So take care, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. I really hope you found it helpful and full of uplifting ideas that you can put into practice in your life. And if you have, chances are your friends and family will too. So please share it with them on social media. You'll be helping them to sort themselves out, because I bet you think they need it, right? But seriously, you'll also be doing me a huge favor, and I will be eternally grateful for your generosity. It would also be lovely if you would leave me a review on iTunes, preferably a nice one, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast while you're there. If you have any questions or would like me to address a certain topic, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at info@theinspirationcloud.com. Have a good one, folks. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.